Hello Taurus, I'm DanielleStimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and these are your tarot cards for February of 2023. I highly recommend that you check out the videos for your sun, moon, and rising sign so you can get a more specific view of exactly how this is going to work for you, and it's really going to help with the way that your cards landed for this month. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so the focus of the month is the Chariot. Overall this month, it's all about moving forward and not just by happenstance. You're moving forward because you are motivating it forward, you are pushing it forward. There's a lot of energy being put forth on your part to make things happen and make things change and shift the way that you need them to. The Chariot is a major arcana card that has to do with taking these seemingly opposite dual forces, these two different horses, and with the skill of the charioteer, drive them forward to take the charioteer where exactly they want to go. They're stirring up the oceans and the tides with their movement. And in this particular deck, which is the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti, you can check out the link in the description. This particular charioteer is looking at this contraption, which I really intuitively feel has a lot to do with divine timing. That this is sort of like, okay, the time is now and we gotta go. And how did we get here? So how are you leaving January and entering February? Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords, this could be sharp tongue or even words that had been said that it's like, okay, now we know what we have to do kind of thing. But this is logic. Swords are logic. And because she's standing there holding her sword, she's like, I know what I need to do and I'm going to do it. This is very logic motivated. Things that had been revealed or became clear to you over the last several weeks and months are motivating where you're going and why. So what is the challenge for the month? And the challenge is the essence of the Queen of Wands. For some of you, this might be an actual person, but I think for a lot of you, for most, if not all of you, this is going to be more the energy that you embody. Yes, you need to push forward. That Chariot definitely denotes that happening. Major Arcana is big, spiritual, less negotiable kind of energy. Minor Arcana, like our queens here, this has to do with the day-to-day, and we have a lot more control over these things. What this is saying as a challenge is, yes, you want to use that energy and that momentum to go forward, but you want to be careful in how you use it. This can be, one of her negative traits can be an inability or an unwillingness to maybe see the finesse in the situation. She may not see the best way to go about it. She may be very rigid, like a all or nothing kind of mentality, which in some cases is going to be your month, definitely, but it's when to really go with that fire. She's definitely the queen of the fire element. So yeah, the challenge, when to embody her principles of her best principles are this loving, magnanimous, wanting to help the people around her and watch those people succeed, which is very Turian. And then on the other side is, I don't want to get stuck. I don't want to be inflexible to the point of just getting so frustrated and needing to shift things that I kind of blow up and send that fire in the wrong direction. So how best to move forward? It's another really tricky card, and it's another fire card. It's the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands can often be seen as a really negative card, but when it shows up in this particular place, like what's the best path forward, it's harnessing this chaotic energy and using it to push yourself forward. So this is definitely, if you're using this right, rather than misdirecting that energy into a multi-phase fight, it's using your energy, looking at the chaos, and deciding how you want to get through all of this. Again, take this into the challenge and the best way forward. The challenge is being too rigid and maybe pushing in the wrong directions. And the best way forward is to acknowledge the chaos around you and decide how you want to use your proverbial fire stick. how you want to move through, so that you're not just thrashing around, but rather making some headway. So what else to do with this? The next card is your whispers from your guides, and that's exactly what it sounds like, if your guides could give you any hint. And it's this. 6 of Coins, which is giving and receiving help. I feel like this is one of the bigger cards in your reading, even though it doesn't necessarily look like it. When the Queen of Wands is acting out, she knows she has to push something forward. She's always the one who gives and holds space and supports others without necessarily looking for something in return. But don't get on her bad side, you will get burned. This is a reminder that you have put a lot of good out there. You have helped a lot of people. It might be time to call in some of those favors and to ask for some help. You definitely have some help coming your way. And it doesn't necessarily have to be help of like, I need you to do this for me. It could even be insight. I need you to help me see the best way forward. It could be, I need a little bit of a loan, which is actually what's happening here, giving and receiving help. The image on here of the sort of the weights, the scales of justice, notice that they are not balanced, and he is giving you something. The beauty of this card is not that it's justice, like the scales must always be strictly in balance. It's that they're often a little out of balance, but they generally come back to balance at some point. You have given, and now it's time to receive. It's time to let someone just offer you help. This is a card of, especially in the reading that you had, giving without judgment and receiving without shame. So yeah, open up to receiving help. Definitely you need to push things forward, but finesse. Look to the people that you've helped before, cash in some favors, ask for support, guidance, wisdom, whatever you need. Don't feel bad about it, because ultimately it will get you where you need to go in a much better place. And this way, if you use that fiery energy to kind of move through the chaos rather than into individuals, you'll be better off in the outset. So definitely check the videos for your sun, moon, rising, any other big placements that you might have. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification trainings, private readings with me, any of that, learnreikiphiladelphia.com, linked below. And thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and subscribe with your notifications on so that you don't miss your March cards. And please go ahead and give this a like if you found it helpful. Have a beautiful February. You can move through this. You got this. I'll see you in March.